All right, y'all. We have an empty truck and trailer, and that can only mean one thing. We're going to pick up another car. Me and some friends have been talking for a couple of years about going to this track that's kind of near me. It's about 2.5 hours away, and they do like actual European style rallycross. Now it's billed as kind of more like for the dirt track crowd, but me and some friends decided this year's the year. We're gonna get some cars together, and I found one. It's not far from me. Actually, it's only a couple-minute drive. It's a good friend of mine. Me and him have been talking about this car for a little bit, but I've never actually seen it. So what it is, well, I'll just show you. So here it is, my $800 90, I don't know, 2 or 3 or something, 318 IS. So the racing that we are trying to do, they only have a 4-cylinder class. I don't know how to even open this. There it is. So it was just kind of pure dumb luck that my friends down the street have had this thing sitting. So it's been sitting, I think he said, since 2018. It's, I mean, tires are flat, it's on the ground. We're gonna have a little bit of a headache getting it even out of here. I gotta figure out how to get the trailer in here, but hasn't ran since then. It was parked, the keys broken off inside of the ignition, I think was the kind of deal, and that's just how it was left. I don't even know what exactly happened here. Ooh, that's a sticker bush. Somehow this thing is actually in the mud, like down in it. So interested to see what the rust situation is like, but it probably ain't gonna be too great. Check the brakes. While she fights that soft shackle. Look at how this thing was sitting. I crawled under this side actually, and it probably isn't nearly as rusty as I thought it would be. It was so kind of sunk in the mud I couldn't see it, but we'll get it on the trailer and see what it actually looks like. Door doesn't shut, but these wheels spin. This door shuts. Okay, we're loaded up. Don't make fun of not having any straps on the front of it. I got my winch cable, but also we are, I don't know, 1.5 miles from home. So in a couple minutes we're gonna be home, and might even start trying to figure out if we can get the thing started and running. Sweet. We got it home. I think first order of business, I'm gonna see if I can free up the steering wheel and get it to turn, because that'll help me a whole bunch getting this thing unloaded. But it would be nice if I could drive it off the trailer. Battery, of course, is completely shot. It's from '07. There's snake skins in here, so that's awesome. So I'm gonna see if I can swap the battery out for, I don't have any that are like great, but I certainly have some that are newer. So we're gonna try that, and we're gonna hook up the jump pack and see if we can't maybe get it to at least turn over. Here I am digging around for tools, and I forgot this thing's a BMW, so let's see if we got a toolkit. We got a toolkit. There's a snake in there. I don't like that. What is that? What's our guess? See him? Well, now he's somewhere where I'm not going to be able to find him. That's fun. I wonder if there's any more. I think he was just a garter snake, but... volts, 13 volts. We're getting to where we might be able to do something. Let me see if I can get the steering wheel freed up. Actually, I'm going to set you guys over here. Okay, I'm going to climb in here and hope we don't get any snakes slithering around, huh? I don't see any. I'm just wondering if there's one. I don't know how snakes work. Is there more than one? Oh, that turns. Good. Power on. What's gonna happen here? Ooh. I guess just take it out of gear. There's no clutch safety switch. Huh. This sounds like a car with no compression. Okay. There's some starter fluid in it. We're gonna see what happens. I think I'm gonna pull a plug and I'm gonna check compression, because it sounds like it sounds like an engine that's just kind of free spinning. I don't know what that is. Holy smokes, it's covered in oil. Oh my gosh. Plug looks rough. Well, so it sounds different with some plugs out. So that's at least, oh my gosh. I'm gonna try a compression gauge that I maybe not trust more, but no, use every day. That compression gauge is one that I bought from an estate sale a few weeks ago. So hopefully that was just an issue with compression gauge. I hope. Oh no. Huh. Well, why is that? So we know for certain it doesn't have fuel because the plugs weren't wet, but 50 PSI is not that much. What's going on with this thing? All right, before we freak out, I think what I'm gonna do is take all the plugs out, squirt a little bit of starting fluid down in the cylinders. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, go ahead and give it gas. And try it, hold it wide open, crank it. Well, it does something. Okay. It does something, huh? Well, for some reason, I don't think it's getting fuel. Try to start it. Nothing?
No.
All right, so it's like 6 in the morning on Monday, and I want to get some parts ordered for this thing. Yesterday, where we got to, I had my wife come out and help me. We had it actually run on starting fluid after a throttle mishap. And it would keep running on starting fluid and actually sounded okay. But we know the fuel pump's not working. I actually dug into that. I didn't film any of it. But I had the fuel pump out of it already. We do have 12 volts to the connector. The fuel pump itself is just locked up. And this stuff here is like what's left of some isolators on the fuel pump assembly. So I'm gonna get that out this morning. I'm gonna see if I can't get that pump freed up, or maybe I have some other fuel pumps sitting around. Maybe get another fuel pump in the thing and at least hear it run. Purpose being, because of the low compression, it certainly had low compression. My guess is the rings are just stuck. But I kind of want to make sure we're good before I spend. I have a Rock Auto cart that's like $250, so before I go spending a bunch of money right off the bat, I want to make sure we're good. It's sort of like it wants to try. I can feel it kind of do something. So I let this thing run in the ultrasonic for a little bit, and it actually freed the pump up. It's spinning. I'm gonna replace these wires because as you can see, maybe you can see, the insulation is gone. It's just falling off. Yep, there's the insulation. So I'm gonna replace those wires, and then we're gonna put it in the car and see if we can't make it run. Okay. Before we do anything, I'm gonna make sure this runs on the car's power. It sure do. I'm gonna be real surprised if it does run. Obviously it was one thing for the fuel pump to be clogged up and we got it freed up, but I think the injectors, I'm certain the injectors have to be a problem as well. But we're gonna try, see what happens here. Well, there it is. It's running on its own fuel. Not well, obviously, but it is running. Heck yeah. Look at that. Dude, all right. I'm not mad. Sweet. Well, it doesn't sound great, but it does run. I don't hear any like terrible engine noise either. And it kind of sounds like it has a little bit of a misfire. But I think what I'm gonna do it is rough. So it does have a misfire. I think what I'm gonna do is I have some parts on the way from Rock Auto. I didn't want to miss the shipping window for today, so I went ahead and just ordered the stuff. But I have, this intake boot is a massive vacuum leak. This is a massive vacuum leak. There's all kinds of things that are gonna make this run rough. In the meantime, though, I think I'm gonna recompression check it, and I'm gonna do a Marvel mystery oil soak and see if we can't get the compression numbers to come up. I'd like to see what it is now that it's ran for a minute. I don't actually want to run it for that long though, so let's shut this thing off. Oh, well that's that's way better. That one looks even better. We got kind of an in-between, huh? 210 on the last one. I'm gonna retest the first one. 210 on the last one. I'm gonna retest the first one. I got a jump pack on it now, and I didn't when I tested it, and that gives the rest of them a little bit of an unfair advantage because the pistons travel a little bit faster. What do we got? Yeah, this one is certainly reading a little bit lower. 190 out of that one. So that one is the lowest of all of them. Honestly, I'm not unhappy at all. Man, for something that sat for, well, I was told 2017 or 2018. Things sat for 8 years. And when I say sat. Hasn't been ran, hasn't been started. So I'm not unhappy with any of those numbers. All right, so we have this thing running on its own original fuel pump, which is awesome. Ancient gas, huge vacuum leaks, but it does start and run. The compression numbers came back, which I'm also super excited about. So we're gonna let this thing soak with Marvel Mystery Oil down inside of the cylinders and see if we can't get those rings to continue freeing, loosening up. We got a ton of parts coming. We're gonna go through it next time. That's it for this time. See you in a while.